voice too, I
Awesome.
think.
You're actually at the perfect volume. What about me?
Sweet. I aim for
Am I a good
perfection.
volume?
I think so.
And my mute works. Sweet. My mouse button allows me to mute up so that I don't like sneeze in your ear or anything, because it's hay fever season. Things
That
get mental, and I have a sub 2-year-old little one that occasionally comes in anywhere from now till 6 o'clock, like anywhere in that thing, and sometimes she'll kind of just squeal randomly and deafen everybody that's not me.
I've been
So
through that
we should be
process
good. We should
already.
be fine. That's why I have my like uh,
Mute.
magical mute button. Yeah. It's like the she as soon as I can tell she inhaled and I'm just like
I do that because my
she's too crazy.
I'm sure anyone that watches our streams hears me bang on about this regularly, but my game that I play when I go home from work is Siege. And my little crew that I play with, and we all think we're dead good. My 5-year-old is constantly coming in. He's like, "Hi guys, I'm gonna be playing as Twitch today." It's like, Ethan, be quiet. I'm trying to focus. You're ruining it all.
Well, if you hear me refer to Mini M, um, like everyone my side of the family, due to like the other job I do and stuff like that,
Yep.
everyone in my family has a like an alias already. So it's like Mrs.
Ah,
M is my other half, Mini M is the little one, and any of my friends that come over are generally in the channel or whatever as well, so they have their Twitch names, and everything is not real names. So if you hear me referring to Mini M, that's the dinky one.
okay. Or I won't hear you do that because you'll be on mute.
I might have muted. Yep. How's
Right.
your setup going? I know you just had to haul everything through to another setup area.
I think I'm good. I'm live over on our side, but I'm yet to actually look at me being live. I've sort of caught my face on YouTube and cringed a little bit, but I haven't seen myself on Twitch yet.
Nope, you're currently offline on Twitch.
Oh, that's not good. Let's have a refresh. Oh, that's showing us live. I'm sure I'll get hit with a 30-second ad. Yep, FIFA 17. Ah, that used to be my life for a while. I promise every single year I'm not going to get the next iteration of FIFA just because it fills me with so much gamer rage. But the day before, I always crack and get it so I can get the pre-order bonus. This year, though, I'm going to stay strong and not get it.
Yep.
Again.
I know the feel. Yeah, my current latest buy, like my big purchase recently is the Final Fantasy 14 Stormblood expansion. I went for the full collector's edition, so my
We
wallet. I finished it. I completed the purchase and then put everything down, and then my wallet jumped up off the table and beat me across the side of the head. So,
one of our programmers, he goes by to send us in the forums, and he's also done a few streams with us. He's a big Final Fantasy 14 fan, and he went out to Germany to the Final Fantasy 14 con that happens in Europe.
yes, I didn't make that one unfortunately. I had to watch that one digitally, but
Yeah,
that's fine because I was on a call with a couple of people that were over there.
I think he can't typically do Thursdays because it's raid night, and Thursday night for Nomad is stream night. So,
I can't do work, guys. I'm raiding. I'm
so
the same actually. It's like my entire team at work are currently dealing with something on the other site.
yep.
And I'm just like, hey, I've got a stream with like other peeps. So bye, have fun.
Laters.
Their rebrand happened today, so that's all good. Fun.
Fun times.
I saw your stream with your online gamesy thing up. I see you basically just you're like streams up, boom, straight onto your thingy stream where I've got my live soon, which means my lot yet have. If you hear me referring to the swarm or swarmlings, that's my community over here. Just so that it doesn't completely freak you out and think I'm playing StarCraft 2 or something.
I
Bible over here. They get a little bit like feisty and riled up if I don't give them the wubs at the start of the stream, which is basically just really loud wubby music with lots of like. It sounds like the Reapers are coming if you played Mass Effect.
I have vague memories of Mass Effect.
That's right. Do you know the Reapers where it goes
Oh yes.
womp type thing? Yeah. They get a bit of that at the start.
because we've only just started out and we're still fairly small, we're pretty much on first name basis with everyone that comes and joins us.
Well, let's see if we can get you. We'll see if we can get you a few more followers during the stream. It's going to be a bit odd today, I think, because this definitely isn't my normal sort of game. I'm really interested to have a go. I'm looking forward to it.
The best description, as I gave to you earlier, and I say at the start of every stream, is it's Monopoly meets D&D. It's simple as that. You roll for movement, you go around the board, certain spaces let you do certain things, certain spaces let you draw cards, and then you pretty much go from there. Because it's all draw-based and roll-based, it's 50% luck anyway. So it's just kind of...
So basically the entire game is revolving around RNG, which means I am screwed. Also, I should quickly check, what rating is your stream on?
In terms of kind of like family-friendly?
Family-friendly, PG?
I don't think we've set a rating. We kind of aim for trying to be family-friendly, but we've got a swear jar for the staff. So
okay.
That's
right, that means I keep it PG. Because my stream is 18 plus, you do not have to worry about anything you say. So long as it abides by Twitch TOS, you're fine. I'm the one that has to worry.
That's right. We do charity streams every now and again, so whoever has sworn, and it's typically Amanda, if you're watching this, it's definitely... Because she contests what certain swear words are, and when I say, that's £1 for the swear jar, she immediately turns around and goes, what? And then says the word again. That's not a swear word. Then says it again. It's like, great, that's £3 for the swear jar now.
Yeah, it's like, it's not a swear jar for you normally, but it is for the stream. Yeah, I'm trying to kill... I've got a mosquito or something floating about in here, and I'm trying to catch the thing. Sure. Well, no. You know, this is gonna absolutely... I'm gonna, like... You can hear me choking soon just from the... like, spray it too much. But it's... The little squishies aren't catching it. Yeah! Got it.
Right, that's all that.
I don't normally get bitten, but I've got like 5 or 6 bites up like each arm, and then I finally caught the thing fly past the monitor earlier, and I'm like, oh, I see it. Probably because it was large enough to be seen now that it's got like my like sugary vein content.
That's pretty much all my blood is made up of is monster. Just
Talisman.
monster.
I should have a talisman command set up. Yeah, I was prepared or something. Makes a change. Right,
right.
I'm gonna give the dozen we'll go, and as I say, it's like I normally start up and it's like half an hour to like 40 minutes before most people end up rolling in.
Yep.
Because I take ages to set up. Still. See, I mean, I'm getting cheap from Rabbit already.
Normally, we just kind of go, boom, we're going. We're live, we're playing, let's go.
Yeah, half the time my mic dies, or my game capture dies, or my timer doesn't work properly, or my chat commands aren't set up, or my music isn't working properly. I'm just like, you know, I'm just going to start up now, try and set as much up as possible, and then I go through like 20 steps of trying to make sure everything works.
I think when we streamed with Six Scott, we ended up in a horrible aspect ratio where we were squished. I was just staring at the stream like going, how has this happened? I don't know what I've done wrong. But what we'll do then is we'll open a lobby. If you join mine, because it'll be a public lobby, and anyone that wants to join in with us can join in with us. I've seen one of our lot, Steve Bornheim, wanted to play with us, but has said that he can't today, which is a shame, because he's been eager to join a dev game. But we'll just open a lobby and see where it goes. Are you ready? Amanda, the sweary one, has said you have a lovely accent.
But is she hiding in the background? She's not joining in this time because she doesn't want to swear.
She's off doing proper work. I'm sure you heard my inverted commas there.
Actually, I should pull your stream across to the other side of the monitor so I can actually see your stream and your chat. Done. There.
There was a magical way that you can splice 2 Twitch streams into one window, but
Yep.
I'm in
Twitch, I believe.
something like that.
Stream, or there's like 3 or 4 of them now.
I'm still new, so we'll get round to it. At the moment, I've just got 4 screens in front of me, so anyone that's watching our stream will see me going like left, right, straight ahead, right.
Yep.
Because I've no idea what to look
at.
at.
Cam, so they don't see me do the same. You've got 4, I'm 2 up on you. I've got the 3x2 panel set up.
We've got 3 square monitors and then my nice fancy 16x9, which is what we're...
Yeah, you're running off some 4x3s, aren't you?
Yeah.
Right. I'm going to set off my lot for Wubs, so I'm going to mute stuff up temporarily.
No worries.
And I will be back if I can work out how to get this to actually mute. Aha!
Right, so you'll be muting me so your stream won't hear me trying to yell over you. I was gone. Right. Steve, I think next week we're doing Horus Heresy. I think the week after that we're doing potentially a very early preemptive dragon stream. I'll have to check the schedule on that. Could be wrong. But we will definitely arrange something sometime. So you get in the game because, as you said last week, you've been eager to join. So I think you're currently front of the queue for that. We'll have to see who will play. If we've got Descendus on stream, who's the programmer that deals with AI, he is super competitive. So if you want a proper game, he'll give you one. If not, you'll have me, who fumbles his way through half of the game. Hope for the best and have fun in the process. Right. I am ready to actually get a game going, as you can see by my home screen here. I suppose I should tell you lot, we've actually got an offer on it. This is the sales ad, by the way. There'll be one at the end as well. We've got an offer on at the moment. I think it's on Star Bundle. Let me have a look. I'll find the link and I'll put it in the chat. The offer at the moment is various tiers where you can get the game plus a few expansions, a game plus a few more. We actually have the sum total of everything that's been released so far at the cheapest price that it's ever been at. And it's on bundlestars.com. I'll put that in the chat for you. Oh. How do I say your name? Keki Pikeki? Keki Pikeki? It sounds like I shouldn't be saying that. Is that pound for the swear jar? Yeah, bundlestars.com. I think it's $19.99 or £15.99, and you can get everything that we've released so far. Hello, I've done my sales pitch on my side.
Oh, I thought you were gonna wait. So my lot heard your sales pitch as well.
I don't know how to do the mute button.
You've got at least you don't have to do the mute button. So as far as I'm concerned, I'm here so that you can say what you're saying. You do not have to mute off when you're doing your sales pitches. I'm here to support you as much as you're there to support your viewers. As far as I'm concerned, it's the whole point of a co-stream. If I'm hooking up and doing a co-stream with you guys, it's because I support what you do. Otherwise, I wouldn't be in a co-stream.
Thank you.
So, if you want to do your blurb or do your hype or sales pitch type thing a second time, feel free, even if it's a little short one. On my side, I do have a Talisman command which sends them to your Steam page.
We've got a few of them here already.
Yep.
They're here to share the craziness.
Across Keki's there. Yeah, Keki Keki.
I did say it right then.
Of her name
I said it right.
Cool.
I said it and I was like, it sounds like an internet slang word that I shouldn't be saying.
What? Kek?
I don't know. I'm not that au fait.
Anytime I see Kek, I just think of the way if somebody was doing LOL in World of Warcraft and you were the wrong faction, you either get Kek or Burr.
Oh, I may be having flashbacks that I didn't know that I had memories of. That might be why.
That's if you see somebody going Kek Burr lol, it's a WoW reference.
I think the last time I played.
If you're Alliance to the other side, you saw Kek, and if you're Horde to the other side, you saw Burr. There you go.
Yeah, I think the last time I played WoW was about 9 years ago,
Do you
possibly.
still play it? I think I'm currently playing like 6 different MMOs.
All I play
Because
is Siege because
yeah,
my attention span is horrific.
attention span. We have a squirrel command in our side. Like I have AD. Whoa, squirrel. D. What?
I'm not. I've never been diagnosed with anything, but I have a great passion for RPGs. I love Final Fantasy. I love Mass Effect. I love Red Dead Redemption. But I get about 50 hours into these games. Like the probably the last one that I did this with was Fallout 4. I played 45 hours in 3 days. Loved every second of it. It's a beautiful, brilliant game. Not played it since. Never completed it. Got as far as Diamond City just because I was like, Siege. Give me something that's a 20-minute round so I can get it finished and feel like I've completed something and achieved.
Yep.
Right.
Alright.
Should,
So,
game.
how do we get this started, sir?
Do you have...
Fair warning to everybody on, like, just to make sure I have the right person, because it's the first time I've seen your alias. You are Graham, correct?
Incorrect. You're very close, though. Gareth.
Yeah.
It's pretty much the same thing.
I always got like 3 letters right.
Tomato, tomato. I answer to most things anyway.
Starts with a J. J for good.
Right, so the lobby that I'm going to open on the online games page will be under my alias of Fommelhort. So if you just join that, that is open now. And I'll get round to...
Got it.
There's been complaints that we don't do enough expansions. Now, it's 50-50 on this. The expansions add complexity and can be intimidating, but they also add mechanics and can be interesting. So, depends what you want to do.
I don't mind being thrown at the deep end because I know nothing and this is going to be fun.
Right, so we want corner board expansions. So we're
I
having
have
the...
a button that, says press for expansions.
So you'll be able to see the setup that I'm currently going through. So we've got the Dungeon and the Highlands for corner board expansions. I'm going to add Blood Moon because that's one of my favourites. Firelands adds difficulty rating. And... say, you know what, we'll just do them all. There you go. Why not?
As I said, deep end.
Right, so random characters are on.
Random characters, so we don't know what we're getting.
Plus character selection, so that means the game will offer you 3 characters and you'll get to pick which one. Let's have a revealed ending so we know what we're doing, and we'll take the standard ending off.
So what's the difference between revealed ending and not?
So certain endings in Talisman require you to have fulfilled certain things by the time you get there, which means you need to know what you're doing. If you've got to have completed 4 quests before you're even allowed into the centre of the board, you need to know that's the ending you're aiming for. Whereas certain other endings have the opposite effect, where you're supposed to be left to your own devices, and because the 2 types of combat in Talisman are strength and craft, which is kind of like battle versus magic. If you put all your points into one and you don't cover your other bases, by the time you get to the end and it's revealed, you might have just picked the wrong horse. You may have put all your points into the wrong stat. So it kind of encourages certain types of gameplay.
Oh wow, 30 rounds doesn't sound like much, but at the same time...
It depends how many people are playing. If it's just us 2, 30 rounds we can get done in anywhere between 30 and 60 minutes. If there are more than us, which there's not currently, then 30 rounds can take forever. Hopefully, not too long though. I won't put Bloodbath on. That is hardcore mode, effectively. That's 1 life only. So if you die, you're out of the game. The thing that we don't want to do with us wanting to have a kind of stream where we have mad bants and laughs and all that is have someone sat there after round 2 because they drew the worst card that has an auto-killing. There's very few of them actually in the game, but it's a random shuffle.
Yep.
So
if you die in this, you just get sent back to the start?
Yeah, you drop all your stuff on the space that you're in, and you get to go again. I think if you've got random characters on, you get to choose a new character as well. So
we have somebody, Caden, has joined us.
Could be a random. I'll use the chat and send them a message so they know what's going on. We've got treasure rewards, random treasures. And we want replacing quests so no one gets trapped. So, yo! We're streaming live on Twitch. I don't want to do the kind of, the arrogant thing and be like, do you know who I am?
Yeah.
I am Dev. Just so you know. Right, we can... I need to check YouTube as well. I always ignore YouTube. I forget. That's my attention span. It worked there.
That's all right. I'm biting some.
Right.
I'm
What?
liking music.
It's bopping.
Oh, screw. There's an interesting name.
Sounds Scottish, to be fair.
Yep.
Right, so what's going on? All hard things, blah, blah, blah. I'm watching. Excellent.
Goodness of your-
You know what? We'll go us 4 plus the AI so we can judge how stupid the AI is. So if you hit the ready up button on the right of your name, you too, Caden.
Yep. Good to go.
Come on, Caden. There we go. Right, so first we're offered our characters, I think. You've chosen to leave. That's not a strong start.
Nope.
What is going on? Am I on the right build?
No, man. What loaded up anyway?
I have no idea what's going on for me. Right, I'm watching your stream. I'm watching my screen at the same time.
Have I broken it already?
I may have to check. I may be on the wrong build here. What happens is to test the new the new expansions, we have separate builds that we can release to Steam, so we don't send out broken things to the community. If I'm sat on the wrong one, then the game's just try to launch 2 different versions of the game.
Yep. So that completely locked up my client.
I'm sorry on that one. That's my fault. Right, so I'm about to close this so the screen will go black whilst I'm doing this. There we go. Right, properties, betas, none opt out of all beta programs.
That's alright. I do a good amount of pre-release, whether it be early access or like posts embargo lift type game stuff.
Yep.
Over here, so that's alright. My lot are entirely used to me breaking all the things. It can be a game that's been testing for the last 2 months and is there are no bugs, and within 10 minutes I've done something. It's alright. My lot are used to it.
That's interesting. I've got a resume for my own table that has 1 from 3 players, even though we had 5. So I'm going to start a new game, and we'll just have to... We'll deal with that.
Oh yeah, because it had resume table.
Right. So, revealed ending. To remember the majority of my things. That's interesting. So that is called a desync effectively. So we've been offered 2 different versions of the game. So that has then taken us out of the same one because you've got one that it's taking you to. But, yeah. We'll go again. Sorry about that.
It's alright. I've ready up, so as soon as you're ready to go, you can do so.
I'll wait to see if we get Scroty or Caden back.
Yep. Yeah, as Keki's saying, I tend to be a bit of a bug detector.
I started at this
How
company
did
as
you
cute.
go with Six Scott, with Stephen.
I,
'Cause I know you played it, what, a week ago or something? Either a week
I-
or 2 weeks ago?
it was 2 weeks ago, and I have slept several times since. I would like to say that we won, because obviously we made the game and we're dead good at it. Sort of. As good as you can be at a game that has RNG. There we go, everyone's back in. Right, let's go again.
Game begins in 1.
Myrathi has chosen to leave the game. Is it you?
Do I have an odd version of it or something?
So I'm watching yours. Right.
Uh-oh.
Were you offered any kind of like beta keys when we started?
I have no idea. Oh! Oh! What? What just happened?
This is not the strongest start we've ever made
Mm.
to one of our streams.
Betas... No, opt out of all beta programs. Verify integrity of game files. Please exit any running games or tools before attack. Oh, come on, Steam. Really?
Right.
Keep up to date. No. Nothing special about it. Try again.
Right. I've deleted all of my old save files in case I've managed to create, because I do QA for Talisman. If I've managed to crash the game in any certain way that has corrupted save files, sometimes when you try to load a game, it kind of checks through all your save files, and then if you hit corrupt one, it
don't make sense.
yes.
Yeah.
So I'm in the process of deleting all of them. I'm now just a floating head on my stream.
So you sort of go, woo, move yourself to the center and just set yourself spinning.
Yeah, I'm on a swivel chair, but I will take out several wires in the process of an attempt to spin.
No, I mean, like right-click your camera thing and set a filter on it to set you auto-spin, and you sit there spinning in the middle of your screen.
That sounds like something I do want to try. Right, I've got the game running again. Let's have a look at my offline saves. Let's delete all them.
Oh, that's single player. Online play.
Right, so that's my offline stuff sorted. Right, do you want to try hosting this? So if you hit new public game, I'll come and join you.
Done. Right, and then round 30. I assume that was you that joined. Oh wow, a bunch of people. So it's you, Okami. Okami is somebody in the chat?
I don't know. When I opened my lobby before, they had their own lobby open. Wait. Hold on. Right, so what you want to do is go back to expansions and rules. Make it.
Rules. So you want to random character selection.
All of the red icons on the left for the expansions, click them all, make them all green.
Feature request button that says select all. Hidden revealed ending.
Yep, so if you click on
Death.
alternate endings in the top right, and then just click on the very first one, the Crown of Command, that'll disable that, because that's the vanilla ending that comes with the base game.
We're good to go.
We want treasure rewards, random treasures, and then no Grim Reaper or no Werewolf, just so it speeds things up.
Sorry, no. So actually click no Grim Reaper and no Werewolf one.
Yep, and we want treasure rewards and random treasures as well.
Okay, so replacing quests, no Bloodbath, no Runestones.
So we want no runestones, no bloodbath. Sounds about right.
Good to go.
3's a charm. Alright, we have lost Caden in the process though.
I need to click ready. And then start game.
The hunts. Do you have the hunts?
It jumped into the game, most of the menus went away, and it's slowly loading up UI.
I'm actually in game now. It's launched properly for me, so
There must be something in my end.
possibly.
Dang it! I get this all the time.
Right. I'm just gonna chat with Scroty.
Oh wait, so it is saying that I've logged. Huh. I should know. I haven't done anything with this other than load it up. I'm curious as to what's actually setting this off.
Trying to think now. I'm annoyed because I was just offered a good selection of random characters.
No.
Damn it!
If I hit escape, what happens?
So,
It shaded out some of the. Whoa, lost connection to server. Got the hunt. That's odd. Hold on, right. Very quickly, I'm going to click play, new game, local player. Expansion rules. Everything is turned on. Sudden death. Alternate endings. Half of them aren't turned on, but still. Create game. Start game. Let's see if I have a problem starting a normal, like, single player game. I think the answer to that is yes.
So I think we found the cause of our problem.
Yes. The cause is me.
me and Scroty are now in a game with 3 AI. Right, so troubleshooting. How do we fix you?
Oh yeah, this won't even let me like. Huh.
So issues launching the game.
And
Excuse
then
me.
after a certain amount of time, it's just like, boop, done. Thieves Guild, whatever that is.
It's a city-based ending. So that's dropped you into a 2-player game now. So if you hit the tick, can you now progress with that?
I will pick the dwarf because reasons. Click tick. To continue. Nope, but it really doesn't like something. There, okay, it's now giving me Elementalist, Bounty Hunter, Philosopher. It's just, it's like it's taking... It's like it's taking a massive amount of time to actually, like, decide on anything or shift from screen to screen.
I feel like our dev versus streamer versus community game has turned into a tech support call.
I have to admit, this is why I said you want to check stuff ahead of time, because
Yep.
I do run a development machine, so occasionally things just go, huh?
It makes sense to test before time, but because we do this from the office, it's hard to test without interrupting other people's processes.
That's true. That's alright. As I say, like, my community from my side, they're used to this. This will not be phasing my lot in the slightest. It won't be putting them off in the slightest because I tend to break things. So, you don't have to worry about, oh no, like, Myrathi's lot and his end are going to go, oh, this is horrible, this is terrible. No. They're going to be blaming me. Because it blatantly is a problem on my end. So, yeah, don't worry about it from my end. Not a big thing.
Right. So
Area says, live debugging? That's normal. You should have seen me on Elder Scrolls Online the other day.
Yep.
Trying to fix issues with keybinds and loading up things during the PTS release and stuff. That was... PG stream, PG stream.
Right, I'll take my turn, and then I'm going to see if anyone's left in the office. Because most people leave around 5. But a few do stay late. And they may be able to help. Oh, I am having the game of my life here. Only good things are happening to me.
I used one fate, and I don't know why.
So, I'll talk you through your game. So the purple stat you've got next to your character is your fate. You can use one fate per action. So you can use a fate to reroll your dice for movement. If you're in combat, you can use fate to reroll your dice, so on and so forth. Scroty's nearly dead. Shame we don't have Bloodbath on.
Cranks, roll one die. Learning how to play. Oh yeah, we're ahead of schedule. If we were MMOing right now, we'd still be in character creation.
That'd be the next 4 hours.
I can't remember, guys in my chat, can you remember how long the longest one is? I think it was... Oh, what game was it? It was AC, or whatever it was called, the FunCon game with the... based on sticks and stuff like that. Oh, what was it called? The one before the Secret World. Where I played the Necromancer, and it was something like I took something like 4 hours to create a character.
But if your crowd know what they're in for.
Black Desert Online took me about 4 hours as well.
Right.
Age of Conan.
What?
That was it.
So would you say your game is running smoothly yet?
No. It's currently stuck. I've got a... Yeah, it's definitely not smooth. There's a pop-up on my screen and I didn't click anything on it, but then it just randomly like moves off. It's like, what?
Right. Hold the fort. I'm going to go ask some people who are smarter than me questions. Hopefully I can come back and we can get this fixed.
Yeah, it just seems to like between the individual steps, like if a new screen comes up or it has to choose something or load resources or something like that, it just seems to stall. I don't know why. I tried to actually, let me see if I can do another repair. I'm gonna jump out of the game quickly. Put out again. I'm gonna see what if this is the. I just found when I jumped out of it that time and quit it properly, I had 2 windows jump up. If this is what was actually causing the problem, I'm both going to laugh heartily and be really quite upset. Because there was something running in the background.
Have to reschedule. I've only got one set of earphones. Hello again, Myrathi.
Hello.
Let's get my earphones in.
Alright, I didn't realise you weren't able to hear that there.
Right, so we have his stream here. Have you closed the game now?
I closed the game.
Yes.
I realised there was another game running in the background, so I closed that. But yeah, I loaded up Talisman there, and it brought up the main screen, and then halfway through it fading in, it stalled and locked. Held for a couple of seconds, and then came all the way in. So something's causing the actual process itself to stall.
I assume you heard none of that. No. He said he had another game running in the background. When he closed Talisman, and went to launch it again, it kind of froze in the middle of launch. Did it come up with a message or another screen?
Nope, it just stalls.
Just stalls. So I'm watching your stream now. You are on the home menu.
Meg of memory, and it's hardly using CPU, but...
So it's not that intensive.
No. New game. Start game. It seems to be once it's actually shown a screen, the next time it has to show it, it's fine. Martial arts assist resources.
So you've launched that game with no issues?
Enemy picks. Roll dice. Graveyard.
That's-
An alignment.
That seems to be running a lot more smoothly.
Forest, roll 1 dice. Attack by bringing with strength 4. Sure, probably because I don't know what's going to happen. Roll the dice.
I think
I don't actually know what I'm doing, but I figure
the game is running smoothly for you now, though.
it seems to be. Is there anything I can do that would open up like new windows or panels or something?
In what context?
More decks, purchase, table. No, it seems to be running more smoothly now.
So maybe the other game in the background caused everything to slow down to the point where you desynced?
I have no idea, but I'm running at like 30% CPU and 50% RAM, even with the other thing in the background, so I don't know. I'm watching my task manager right now, and it seems to be okay.
Accidentally, I think.
If I click my inventory and stuff, I'm getting like most of the things are actually like loading up really fast now.
Right, should we give online another go then? And see if it launches?
Yeah, I'm basically just clicking random buttons now to see if I can have like things pop up that didn't pop up before. I'm wondering if it's just, you know, like it has to load in assets for like everything new that I haven't done before. I'm just curious because I hadn't played the game before, if it was just taking too long to do things and that was causing desync.
There's a possibility.
From a technical point of view, it makes sense to me. If my side's taking too long to load something, and your side goes, ping, are you there? And my side goes, I'm so busy loading something, I'm not answering. Your side will go, hey, he's gone.
Yes, that's called a desync or a desynchronization. Right,
So
I think
that
we're
makes
okay,
sense.
possibly.
Everything
Interesting to
seems
see,
to be
honestly.
working
I'll give you a shout. Don't take the screen down.
Alright.
You'll ruin the magic. Thanks, Will.
Online play. Purely for the sake of testing, do you want to private game it?
Oh, it should be alright. I think Scroty knows the score.
Alright. You private the game. Done.
Another-
Other rules. Everything is already turned on. Revealed ending. Treasure. Random.
So,
No grim. No werewolf. Alternate endings. Turn off that one.
right. So I've quit out that game.
Oh, we have somebody called Dudy Kirk.
Duty Kirk.
You're in.
I'm in, and Scroty may be following us.
Third.
There's Scroty. How to play, starting with get the game running.
That's what I thought. Yep. It is really unfair to random players that want to play a solid game,
Yes.
stuff like that, to join a game that just breaks. I figure better
Wait.
be upfront with them.
Oh, we got Caden back.
And Caden's in.
Hi, Caden. If we get rid of the
So-
AI then, just so if everything runs, it'll make the game a bit quicker.
There we go.
So we want minus,
good to
you've
know.
added AI.
Oh, you mean pull out the AI?
Yes. There we go.
Okay.
Right.
That seems to run smoothly. Everything in the next screen I believe is set up properly. Everything is green for expansions. No bloodbath, no runestones, and everything else is ticked. I believe that's it. And I took out the
The standard ending.
crown of command is off.
That's the one. Right. We are ready. Fourth
fingers
time's a
crossed.
charm.
Once I actually remember to click the ready button. Yeah, there we go. And deep breath. Boom.
Win-
In. Done.
Winner takes all.
I have no idea.
Do you? Do you have a big thing that says winner takes all, or have you skipped past that? Yes, you do. I'm watching your stream.
Winner takes all. Yep, winner takes all. The alternative rule replaces the regular victory condition. Instead of winning the game by reaching the crown of command, the first player to kill the Lord of Darkness wins.
Right, I'd advise on the Doomsayer because he's one of my favourite characters.
Okay.
So
view character card. When a character draws an enemy, you replenish a fate. Ooh. Whenever a character draws an event, you gain a spell, if your craft allows. Are you limited spell cards by how high your craft is?
Yes. So I think you can carry 1 spell when you have 3 craft, 2 spells when you have 5 craft, and 3 spells when you have 6. Sounds vaguely correct to me.
Okay, so I have 4 craft, so that means I can carry 1. I took too long. No.
It's all right. The AI took the Doomsayer anyway. I'm having the Valkyrie because I like the Valkyrie.
Alright, so because I was clicked on it, it took it. That's alright.
The other options were quite good. It's just the Doomsayer benefits from other people playing. So whenever an event is drawn, you get to take a spell if your craft allows. And I think you get to replenish a fate, or you get to take a fate instead of a spell.
Yep.
Some combination of that.
If
So
somebody pulls an enemy or something, then
yes.
I get an extra fate point. And whenever I draw an adventure card that's not an enemy or an event, I can draw an additional card.
There you go. Options, options, options. That's why I like him.
Is that Cadence picking one?
And Scroty timed out and the AI picked the Highlander for him.
So he's the Scotsman then.
The very one. And we've got the Highland down in the bottom left.
Right, so it's a me. I've got to roll a dice. I start at the city, so I'm top left. Yep. Also, I love your scroll out and scroll in. The way it like folds the board, like over the top and stuff.
Yep. So you've got the scroll on the mouse, which takes you in and out. And if you press tab on your keyboard, it expands everyone's inventory. So no one's got anything at the moment, so it's not that impressive.
But yeah, it shows all the cards and stuff. Ooh, Caden's got a riding horse. So that's good. You may roll 2 dice and add them together to go. Wow, okay. That's cheating.
It gets you far, but there may be things within that range that you want to land on.
So it's good or bad?
Yes. You can overshoot.
Visit the Enchantress, roll 1 die, turned into a toad, lose a strength, lose a craft, gain a strength, gain a spell.
Turning into a toad is a bad thing, but we need to roll for movement first.
So I got 3.
So the corner board expansion in the top left.
Planes to draw a card. Or planes to draw a card.
What are the chances? Yeah, so you can move into the corner board in the top left, but that's effectively the shopping district. So there's loads of good...
Okay, that drag is really easy. Wow.
Yeah.
It is as simple as just dragging to a corner. So what are the corners of the boards, like top right, bottom left?
Top right is dungeon. That's the hard difficulty. Top left is a shopping district, the city. Bottom left is the Highland. That's about a medium difficulty. Now, the base board that we've started in is typically easy, but we've got a whole load of expansions on that makes it harder. The Firelands especially.
Okay. I'm just going to go down to planes then. Actually, is planes a good starting one to give you an extra card, or would it be better rolling again, hoping I land on, like, well, fields and woods are both draw a card as well?
As we've just started, draw. So you may as well move and draw a card, because you can draw a second card if it's not an enemy. Is that right?
Cool. For an adventure card, I got a rune gate.
So there are 3 spaces in the middle of the board that are runes. On your next turn, instead of rolling, you can teleport straight to the runes.
Once the rune gate has been used, it vanishes to the discard pile. So once I'm in there, it's harder to get back out again, and things are more dangerous the further in I go.
Yes and no. There are more
So I
options.
assume I can click draw an adventure card to draw a second one.
Yes, that's part of the Doomsayer's ability. Not the best.
Vampire Prince.
So as you can see, there's a 6 and a 3 on the cards respectively. That's the draw order, so the lowest number goes first.
So this could be a bad start.
Yes. Was almost a good start.
If you have none, you lose 1 additional life instead. Oh dear.
So we have the Blood Moon expansion active, which brings in a day and night cycle. During daytime, enemies get -1. During nighttime, they get +1, which is the modifier
Okay.
you can see there.
So he's only craft 8.
Yes.
Craft 4.
So you...
Chances are I'm about to get smashed in the face.
Correct. So combat is as simple as that. It is your craft, the total of your craft against your dice roll. And then same for your opponent.
Can I actually, if I got 5, I can't actually beat him.
No, so if you were to re-roll, the max you can get is a 6, which takes you up to 10.
Yeah.
Because of maths.
Well, welcome to my RNG. This is normal.
There's a very common resurgence, or resurgence, wrong word, very common thread that pops up on the Steam forums. You see it once a month at the very least, which is someone saying the dice is rigged. Game hates me. AI cheats. It's like, there's no reason for us to make the the dice weighted in any way. We don't want someone to spend 40 rounds of a game stuck. It'll just make them hate the game.
So, Keki's just said in chat that her hub basically is going to look into this because, was it Fancy Flight were the original publishers of the board game?
Not original, but the edition that this game is based off is Fancy Flights. So the initial game came out back in, I think it was 1983. Games Workshop got their hands on it. They did the second edition, which was 1987. There was a third edition in the 90s, which was all Warhammer 40k-ish. And then there was the fourth edition made by Fancy Flight. This is Talisman Wiki 101.
You got Hearthroom.
I did. So at any point, instead of moving, I can go teleport back to the space that I started on. Cool.
Oh, wow, it's me again already. Yo. I got 5. Which takes me to Sentinel, draw a card. Do not draw a card if there's already one in the space.
So to move from the outer to the middle region, you have to move through the Sentinel, which you've not rolled high enough to do so. He's got 9 strength, just so you know.
Do I need to for me to tell my stats?
Up in the top left by your character card. You have chosen to leave the game.
I lost connection to server for no apparent reason whatsoever.
We can test rejoining now, if you'd like. So when you go back into the online lobbies, it should come up with your table. So you can rejoin that table.
Except I can't see any.
Right, let's go over to you. If you change the region that you're looking at, so if you move right and then left again, or left and right, whichever way you fancy.
Ping 0 in progress. What is going on? I wonder if it's my, like, yeah, I'm getting absolutely nothing in any of the other regions. They're still having network issues to wherever the servers are. Because obviously our voice thing is still working. I'm still streaming to Twitch, fine.
Yes.
I've got no drop frames and stuff like that. Maybe it's just a connectivity issue that's causing us problems today.
If you close the game and relaunch it, the old off and on trick.
It is exactly what I was doing. Same train of thought.
I'm super excited
I'll give
because
you this much. At least the game is really quick to start back up.
I'm super excited because I've changed internet providers today, and I'm going from an average of about 4 megs download to about 180.
Oh. Ow.
So get home and all the siege.
Perfectly. resume game.
So I'll get a little notification saying someone is trying to rejoin the game.
Okay, I can't even see you on the list, but I clicked resume anyway.
So it will give you a message and you'll have to wait till the start of someone's next turn. So if you X out that message, it'll just take you back to the menus. So if you go on resume game, I'm about to end my turn, you should then get pulled back in. Does that sound like something you can see?
No, I'm not seeing anything yet.
So does nothing happen when you click resume game?
Yep.
Right, so my chat. It's Scroty's posted in the game chat saying he breaks the universe again.
Yep. Should I be able to actually see the game on the list with like players in it? Because I can't.
Typically you can, yeah.
I think it's not so much the game as I'm having connectivity issues to whatever server instance your game uses. Which means it's not the game, it's the internet.
It's always the internet. Because the internet, as the childish Gambino says.
Because otherwise, it seems to be running really smoothly. So.
Her.
Yeah, because now I'm not getting any. It says 32 ping to Europe, in progress 21, and I have nothing in the list. No, I do.
And
Resume?
when you closed the game before, it fully closed, so you've not got 2 games running.
Definitely. I will double check.
Damn.
Okay, we'll let that quit. No, it's completely. Yep. You just love technology.
So, in the game currently, the AI is taking your Doomsayer into the city, which was the shopping district in the top left.
Huh.
And is now in jail.
Yeah, so it feels like from this side. Dang it.
It knows.
It does. Alright, I am. That would be nice. Is M home? As I try and find. Hold on.
Caffeine.
Alright. So I'm not shouting your ear. Broke everything. All the things.
Is puns your currency?
Yes. It's very appropriate.
Do you use Revlobot then? Yes, you do.
Double puns.
Can I make you do push-ups? Is that a thing?
Sorry?
Ah, he's disappeared for tech support.
Alright, online play. Resume game? Did you get a thing?
I didn't. Have you got a message saying waiting to join game?
No.
Ha.
I love my ability to break things and hit it at the same time.
Wait, QA, like the bits that I find and break and kind of like report back to the programmers, that is easy to do and explain and kind of go, right, this has happened. So step 1, step 2, step 3, this is how it gets fixed.
Yep.
But if the internet's not working. Up, down, left, right, up, down, left, right, A, B, A, B.
Yeah, well, I will just rapidly click the resume button.
Oh. There's a magical noise then. A godly noise.
I turned off the Revel stuff, can you? For reasons. That said, for like the last 2 weeks, I've had problems with Virgin Media, which is my ISP, to the point where I've been in the middle of working because I work from home, and I've been in the middle of working and just boom, my internet goes down. Totally, and I lose all mobile data as well right in the middle of work, and then like 3-4 hours later, oh, everything works perfectly.
That's really worrying because that's who I've just moved to.
Virgin Media are usually really good. It worked fine, it worked perfectly well for ages, and then just one day you'll be like, why do I not have the internet?
How long have you been with them? Because I've heard that
since they were Blue Yonder.
I've heard that router technology goes out of date. So if your router is like 2, 3, 4 years old, you can start having problems just like this.
If you just got one like just now, you just got one of the routers like right now, you're fine for at least 4 to 5 years.
Have you? Is that why your internet goes down? Because that's what was happening with Sky with me.
No, mine was our router was replaced about a year ago. No, it's just we're on like we're part of like the beta run type stuff, so we're on their newest thing.
Yep.
Which is crazy fast. It also means you have to deal with things like this.
It's the pros and cons of getting in early, isn't it?
It's both good and bad.
I think probably the best route we should take then is postpone our stream for another time. Even though how long have we been doing this? We're about an hour in.
Yeah, we're about an hour in. I'm more than happy. I should say I'm more than happy to like jump in with you guys at some point when you're actually like in work and have your tech guys about and stuff like that.
Yep.
More than happy to work with you to try and find what the problem is. I work Sunday through Thursday. I've got like an off by 1 week.
Yep.
Friday, Saturdays are I have nothing on.
On
so
Saturdays.
Looking for some help on a Friday or something like that. I.e., like that's tomorrow, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah. I don't mind helping out. Trying to track down whatever this happens to be, even if that means like running test builds or something. Whatever helps. I don't mind.
It's very kind.
I've both worked in the gaming industry as dev and design and project manager and QA. I've done all of the above jobs depending on the company I've worked in. So
humble brag.
I might be a noob at the game.
Yeah.
But no, I don't mind helping. Especially this type of problem, it just has that look of WTF all wrapped up around it.
Works on my machine, as you'll know.
Yeah. Right. I'm really apologetic.
It's
I try not to break things as much as possible.
In an ideal world, we would have a game that this wouldn't be possible in. Right, the kind of random connectivity issues.
I'm watching your stream, and I know a bunch of my guys are on your side as well, like watching the stream, like when you actually playing it. So I'm watching you play without any problems whatsoever.
None whatsoever.
Which shows it works.
And normally, if anyone's going to break the game, it is us. You're still... Oh, you've got out of jail now. There you go. What round are we in? We're 8 rounds in. Yeah, I think we should probably catch up another time rather than banging heads against walls.
Yep.
Sound like a plan?
Right. Yep. I have no problem with that.
What's your plan?
Now we know that at least connectivity-wise, like us, like yourself with Nomad and myself over here, at least we know we can connect up and get into streams running without any problem.
Yes.
The game just doesn't like me today. I ran it and like kind of clicked buttons and made sure everything worked earlier on, and thought, okay, it runs. I can see stuff on the online game section. Everything's fine.
Huh. So you could probably obviously play offline if you wanted to, but it's not. Depending on how you approach games, it's not quite the same.
Given the option between playing a game solo and playing a game with other people, I will generally go for playing with other people.
Yeah, especially if you're new to it and there's a lot of text, because otherwise it'll just turn into you reading a game rather than you having fun with people.
Yeah, I'm an RPG type action / FPS type player, so I am not intimidated and have no problem by or with like silly volumes of text.
Yes.
I will sit and read through lore books on screen occasionally if I find like a really cool like book that you open up in an MMO, and I'll sit and I'll read through it.
I recently learned that that's a thing, that people just read books on Switch.
Oh no, I don't do that. That's odd. Weird.
There's odder things on Switch.
Yep, I've just said Whiteman resub. Cheers, bro. Greatly appreciate you. Grab yourself some pizza and some cookies then.
Oh, pizza.
Oh, I swear jar. Oops,
Pound for the swear jar.
29 months.
I've been doing. I think I've only ever put £1 into the swear jar, and that was my very first stream where something went wrong.
I caught myself halfway through a word there, so I think that's like what 50p.
Every little counts. It's to a good cause.
I was obviously saying sugar.
Sugar pop.
I'm gonna stick with that one.
I'm progressing quite well in this game.
You winning?
Not quite. I'm doing as well as I can be in this current situation. So the ending that we had, winner takes all, it said that we had to go and kill the Lord of Darkness. Now, in the dungeon, which is the top right one, which is the difficult region to get through, the Lord of Darkness is the end boss at the end on the final space. So he has both 12 craft and 12 strength. So you need to work at least one of your stats up to around that region, depending on what items you've got. So that's what I'm going to do now.
Jester, apprentice, mage, or elf?
Is it pun or puns?
Puns is the command.
Puns. I've got 103 puns.
Yep. I think the highest number I actually have somewhere is I think somebody has like 68,000 or something.
That's impressive.
Yeah. There you go. Pedia has 66,000. I'm not going to make the joke he just made in chat. Oh, there we go. Sorry. Kiki has 76,000. 666 in the middle because numbers are fun.
Numbers are.
Oh yeah, we have a leaderboard. I keep forgetting we have. Who's the most? I've got 80,111. But I don't count because it's mine.
I think there is one point we had loads of gold on our account, so I changed the amount that you could gamble up to a stupid amount.
Yep.
And lost it.
I don't have gambling because it was really spammy. I mean, I'm not on.
I put a 15-minute delay on it, but I suppose if you're as famous on Twitch as you are, a delay doesn't stop X amount of people gambling.
I'm not that famous. I'm known in certain circles. Like if you met it, like my name mentioned in the Minecraft circles, then sure. Because I've done modding on that side of things. StarCraft maybe perhaps a little bit.
Do you not know who I am?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't run that particular route.
Yeah.
I avoid the the self overhype thing.
Yes, it's a good thing to do, or to not do.
Yeah. It's you get into an awful lot of streams and you've got like maybe it could be like 200 people in there and they're all trying to talk at once. It's like you could have 200 people in over on my side and 3 people talking. It's really chill. It's really just kind of like majorly lurky. I can go like 2-3 hours at a time and people are there. People will answer things if I specifically ask a question, but you can go like 2 hours without a person saying anything.
It just all depends on approach and the kind of style that how you play games and the kind of person you are and the kind of people that are into that. I suppose it's an obvious thing to say.
It also depends on the game I'm playing.
Yeah.
It massively depends on the game I'm playing. I know it's the community over here is an odd lot, and even they will say that. That's definitely it's not.
They champion it.
Weird lot. It's definitely saying they're weird is a term of endearment. Wouldn't have it any other way. Oh, wait, did the Revlo bot die?
Our Revlo bot likes to do that every now and again, where it just stops answering you.
Yeah. Oh, people are currently sort of going, hey, where's our hisses and our booms? I've got 2 Revlo things with the puns.
Yep.
If they spend points on it, you got one of them does, if you played Minecraft, you got the creeper hiss and then the boom.
Ah, right.
They are 2 separate noises. Anyone can make it hiss, and subs can make it boom. And for this stream, because we're going to be doing the dual thing, I turned them off. So they're like, hey, why no boom? They are crazy widgets.
I think the worst we've got is when I initially set up RevloBot and we didn't know what we were doing, I just clicked yes to everything, so I have done a good number of push-ups.
Fair enough. Hey, bonus points for being willing to actually just man up to the oops.
It's one of the offered defaults. Because I was like, I don't know what people would want.
You realise just how mean your really nice chat can actually be.
That's what our old streams turned into when there was 2 of us. Where there is normally 2 of us, but yeah, it was kind of like pick them, don't pick me. There was a charity weekend for a charity called Special Effect, and we did streams over that. And one of the guys who was on stream was told to do push-ups by the chat, and he did it off camera. Exactly. No. We were like, it doesn't count. He's like, I'm not doing it again. He's like, it's for charity. Do it again.
Yep. Yeah, but that's as much as they lurk, they're definitely lurking under bridges because my lot are trolls, the entire lot of them. But they're good trolls.
They're friendly kind.
They're mean, but not in a vindictive or vicious way.
In an affectionate way.
Yes, they're affectionately pains in the butt. What's an elf do? You need not roll the die in the forest unless you want to. If you choose to roll, you have to accept it. You can evade creatures and characters in woods. And if you're on the woods, instead of rolling the die for your move, you move to any other woods in the same region. I'm going to play the Jester because I am silly. Got Thief, Sorceress, and Dwarf.
We've just had someone come and join our lobby, Cheshire Cat Girl, who has played in, I think, 3 devs versus community games, and she's won every single one of them.
Oh.
But she's late to the party on this one. Oh.
I'm getting pop-up helper tooltips. Yay.
You can go to the options and disable those if you fancy it.
Nope. I'm fine. They're good. Evil darkness. An evil darkness from the netherworld spreads of land. All characters except those of evil alignment must miss one turn. The darkness then vanishes to the discard pile. What am I as a jester?
You're good. I believe.
Alignment good. Yeah.
So next to your character, you've got the white, green, or red cards. White is good, red is evil, and green is neutral. For anyone that's just joined us, what has happened is we were supposed to be playing a game together, couldn't get it working, so we're just kind of bumbling about in our own games currently.
No. The sorcerer's got an imp. And he teleports her to the tavern. Safe, no effect. And it's a turn because of that stupid wind last turn. Oh! What the heck happened there? The thief landed on me.
Yep.
And I think he messed up because I took a gold off him.
Did you... Oh, you're the jester, so you have the... Is it the confuse ability? Or is it... I forgot the correct title of it. Let's have a look. Where's the jester? There he is. So instead of attacking a character, you may impress him with your skills and take 1 gold from him. Should that count if they attack you?
Ooh, dwarf is attacking at 8. He's gonna beat it. No! Oh, no, he lost.
Oh, sweet. I've just given myself a quest, which was to lose your next 2 turns.
Ghost. Enemy spirit. Craft 4. The ghost materializes in... Roll 1 die. City, village, graveyard, chapel, castle, or temple, and it now haunts the area and will remain there until killed.
So as the jester, you have 4 craft, so you have a fair chance if you can land on it next turn. So part of the way that you increase your strength or craft is you can cast certain spells, you can gain certain items, but if you defeat an enemy, you take it as a trophy, and the trophy is worth whatever the craft or strength of the enemy was. So if you can defeat that spirit, you get a 4-point trophy. When you can get trophies that add up to 7, you can cash them in for a craft or a strength point, depending on what kind of trophy they are.
Yeah, well, the thief just got owned in the face by an ogre, which seems fair.
I've got the Cloak of Feathers.
Yeah, Sorceress decided not to go and fight the ghost.
Safe. I've just had a looping gong noise.
Nope.
There we go. Safe.
Okay, so I can either go to the ogre square or actually. Draw a card. A hag. You must take her as a follower. All other followers immediately leave you. Discard them. I didn't have any. You may have no other followers until you rid yourself of the hag by visiting the village mystic, even if he ignores you. So where's that dude?
Down in the bottom right.
Oh dear.
So there's actually an achievement, I think, if you can get rid of the hag 10 times. I'm not sure if we changed that to 5. I think it might be 10. Not in one game, no.
Alright.
Be a bit of a tall task if there's kind of 170 cards to go through if you're playing just the base game. And you had to encounter that 10 times.
Well, if you play enough.
It's true. I think with the style of game it is, it being a card game that's drawn from a board, there are hundreds and thousands of combinations of cards, and that creates some very, very specific bugs where you have to have this item as this character on this space whilst this event is in play. But if you play enough, you'll find them.
Ooh, the sorceress moved in a bit to the temple, and then lost a life. Lost a follower or something. Actually, how can we tell what the point of the game is?
In the bottom left, you've got the Crown of Command card there. So that's the standard ending. So it's first to get to the crown rolls a dice. If you roll 4, 5 or 6, you take a life from every other character in the game. 1, 2, 3, nothing happens. So when you get there, it's kill everyone before they can make their way to you.
Oh. What I want is a 6. Not a 1. Reroll. 5 safe, sure. Although attack by spirit with craft 4, that could have been useful.
Sort of. The cards that you draw, the enemies that you can encounter are the cards you draw. If there is a fight that you can have with a character that exists on the main board, they're called creatures. You can't take creatures as trophies.
Also, I think I started without any of the extra stuff, so I don't have like the things around the outside corners or...
That's correct. But that means you'll get to kind of move through the standard game and actually progress and see what an ending looks like and how you kind of get into rhythms and routines as you're playing the game. Heal up to your life value for free or create by rolling 1 die. Once for ignored, 5 gain a life, 6 gain a spell. But I assume that's after I fight the ghost that's on it. Sure. Ghost. What's that? It's got 3 green, which means what? That's 3 craft? It's got 3 lives if it's got 3 green.
Oh.
Which one are we looking at, sorry? Oh, that's the encounter number. So if you draw several cards at once, it will be number 3. So you get encounter numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1 goes first, then 2, then 3, then 4, then 5, and so on and so forth. So on and so forth. I was 1 short of 6 then. I may as well have just said 6. Someone's just taken my turn off me. That wasn't very nice. You get 1 point every minute.
So I can take my fate, which I believe that's... Where's fate? Is the top left, so 2. So if I roll a 2 or more, I can basically just evade the ghost. Quite confusing it. Let's try that.
So what are we looking to do?
I should just have tried to kill it because I rolled a 6. Dang it.
The way our game works as well is the numbers are randomized pre-game and then loaded in as a string. So you know what you could have had. So that 6 will have always been a 6 in that line.
No. Oh, that said, she rolled a 5. No, I still won. Evade.
I think the 2 guys that joined us in our game are nearly dead. They've both got 1 life each.
No.
But I think they're rushing to take on the Lord of Darkness.
Aw. I'm running out of fate.
Right.
Oh, you get attacked by Brigand, strength 4.
Sweet.
And wow, got pipped by from a 5 with a 6, so he lost and loses another point of health.
Oops. I did not think this through.
Wow, the sorcerer stole from the dwarf because I don't have anything. Sorceress against a bandit. Woozy, nope, wins.
I'm doing well here, I think.
Pool of life. But he has to fight a shadow first. Oh wow, we rolled a 6 on craft 3, so it can't win. It rolled a 3. Ooh, a water bottle. You do not lose a life in the desert.
The middle region, which has the 2 deserts in, is a good place to be because you've got a temple there, you've got the Warlock's Cave, which gives quests. There's a draw 2 space, a draw 3 space, but then there are the deserts. So if you can traverse them without losing lives, it makes that region even more valuable to be in.
And you don't have to use up the item either.
Nope. It's just whilst you hold it.
Wow. As long as somebody doesn't steal it.
Like anyone would do that.
To get into the corner squares, you have to actually land on it exactly.
Yes.
Oh. Wow! Thank you, Pitang. I'm gonna say that name out loud. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good grief. It's a lot of bits. A lot of Kappa bits. Oh, dwarf is fighting the. Ooh, dwarf is fighting the thief.
Seems the AI in your game's pretty bloodthirsty.
Yep. You just stabbed him in the face. Or our rogue is, or our thief is almost dead. Right.
So
I have to roll exactly to actually get into the corner squares. Yeah.
yes. So the only exceptions to cutting your roll movement short is if you try and go to the inner region, because you have to go through every space one by one. As soon as you get into the inner region, if you rolled 4, 5, 6, 7, well, you wouldn't roll 7, but whatever number you roll, you stop on that first space.
I just found a spectre. Craft 4, craft 3. I rolled a 6. I win. I rolled a 5. Jeez.
You had loads of high rolls in yours.
Yep. Creatures live on the board, such as the sentinel and farmer at the tavern, are not taken as trophies. Oh, I gain 1 strength or craft point for every 7 points of strength craft marked on the trophies they turn. The trophies are then lost. Excess strength and craft points, the trophies above a multiple of 7 are lost. So you want to use multiples of 7 to increase
Correct.
stats and stuff.
So if you've got trophies that amount to 14, you'll get 2 strength or craft points.
Is that at any point?
Yes. Oh my god. Scroty's won the game. When did that happen?
Wow.
He was massively underpowered, but just so happened to have got really lucky with his rolls. Oh. I thought I was safely cruising then.
Because they both rolled 1s.
Oh.
Wow. Nope. Enemy animals. Strength 2. The dwarf is going to. Ooh. 7. Nope. He beat the wolf anyway. Wow, he's fair racking up the points. I know this is vanilla I'm playing. In the later versions, stuff like that, like when you press the tab to make the different cards jump out and stuff.
Yes.
Does it show you the strength of the different monsters and cards and stuff?
It doesn't, but if you click on them, it'll bring those cards to the foreground.
Feature request! Because that'd be a really quick way to like actually just like overview like how many points somebody has, like
yes.
stored up. And when you press tab to like pop out your own cards, know how close you are to like the 7s and stuff.
That will make sense. I'll send myself an email with that in.
Because if you've like beaten it and the only value that's actually important from it is like the 2 for a bandit or
yeah, so it'd be
the 5 for an alchemist, then
it'd make sense to be like 2 bandit sorceresses, or so on and so forth.
Oh. Wait, it's the village. Yeah, village. Oh right, I can perform or continue. Can I perform and visit the mystic?
No. I think if you go to a corner space and you use your ability, that's considered your turn.
So if I want rid of this hag,
you have to visit the mystic, so you have to interact with him.
Roll a dice. Become evil, be ignored, become good, gain a craft and gain a spell. I gained a spell. Invisibility. Oh, do I want to keep the hag? No.
Nah. There are very few instances where she'll actually come in useful. Because there's like a follower called a Death Stalker, which you have to take, you don't get an option. and if you lose a fight whilst you have the Deathstalker, you are killed instantly.
Wow. So having a hag means you can't
Yep.
take them.
It forces you to either drop the Deathstalker, or it means you can't pick them up. There's also the Poltergeist, which, whilst you have him as a follower, again, you don't have the option of taking him. You can only move one space at a time until you cross a river. So you can see the rivers in the top left by the city, or the bottom right by where you are, that goes past the village, or move into the middle region. So the Poltergeist prevents you from rolling for your movement. Unless you have a hag, then you can just not take the Poltergeist. Well, you don't get a choice there, but... Right, I think as Scroty McBoaty has already beat me now, which I think came out of nowhere. I'm gonna head off now. I think.
Not a problem.
Ooh, mess with my son. So what we'll do is we'll figure out what exactly is going wrong, and we will make it work right at some point, preemptively, so people don't have to watch us fumble through a game or through attempting to start a game. And I think what I'll do is, have you been given any spare keys for this game?
What were?
Do you fancy a few spare keys for the base game to give out to your lot?
I am fairly sure they would thoroughly appreciate that.
Right, let me find some for you. If I can remember how this works. There we go.
Because that, assuming I can get my multiplayer working, would make for the possibility of like Saturday or Sunday kind of like sub game type things.
Yes. Right, so
Obviously it wouldn't just be for subs. Did Pania just hear a reason to spend puns? I don't know how I don't know how Gareth wants to do it. It is the reason we have puns, that if anyone is interested in actually like getting one, what I'll do is I will put them however many gives into the pun bot, and you guys can spend puns to pull them out. I suppose that would make the puns useful. However, if you prefer just to have them put into chat so that anyone can grab them, I am more than willing to do it the way you prefer.
the way we typically do it, because we've got Revlo's way as well, is we just run raffles. So people can spend their puns to get tickets from the raffles.
Yep.
And then draw it at the end. So I've sent you 3 codes. In fact, I'll send you 2 more. I've just closed that. So, because the game's up to 6 players, if you give out 5 keys to people who want to play with you, then you'll have a full game, if we can get online working for you.
Sweet.
Right.
That is awesome.
Steam keys, Talisman. And as stated previously, again, this is the sales bit. We are on bundle stars at the moment with loads and loads of savings off pretty much various combinations of our base game plus expansions. So if you actually like the game, you can get loads of the expansions with the game for a couple of quid. End of sales pitch.
Okay.
There's
I modded you in chat. Feel free to drop a link in, and you won't get blocked for it.
So what do I get with mod powers? Can I block people and kick them out of the room?
Technically.
The power.
Yeah. Downside is I can see that you do it.
Hey, I'm nice. Sort of. I'm nice.
Yeah. I can see who abuses their powers.
Do you do any of the? In fact,
it's a lot easier to me.
sorry, I was going to ask you if you do any of the events. I know you do because we met at an event at EGX.
It was Res.
Yes, that is correct. EGX Res down in London. There is UK Games Expo in Birmingham, which is almost a dedicated tabletop event. So the actual physical version of Talisman is the kind of thing that you'll see down there, along with every other Asmodee fighting fantasy is the wrong one. Fantasy Flight game. Pretty much, if you can name a board game, that's the place where you can either see it played, buy it. There was the Dark Souls board game that the preview of that was on the last time we went. Some of our lot are going to be down there with a guy called Ian Livingston, who is
I know that chap.
a VIP. Although I'm sure he wouldn't like that title. He's been around for a long time and has influenced the gaming industry. Impressively so. So, if you want to see us, you can drop by and say hi.
Oh, Thor. Thor just resubbed. Welcome back, sir.
Resubbed?
You has eyeballs again. Resubbed, yeah. He's using Twitch Prime to resub for a month so he gets his eyeballs back and a bunch of emotes and stuff.
Ah, right.
And knowing our lot, butt touches.
Butt touches?
Yeah, butt touches. Some people like to hug. Some people like to ruffle your hair. Other people like to lick your eyeballs, and some people like to touch your butt.
As you do.
Twitch is an interesting place.
It's almost like it's mirroring real life now.
Yeah, it has to be consensual though. You cannot touch somebody's butt without asking permission first.
Yes, I agree to that. See, Carrie Tenjin, if I'm saying your name right, you have all of the books. I assume he's referring to Fighting Fantasy. We're in the process of developing a Fighting Fantasy game based on the books.
Ooh, hey, Kyoto. Sneaking in there.
I think we'll be doing a stream of that soon-ish.
Ooh, well, for those that are on my side at the moment, if you want to type something like say hi or yo or wibble or something or boot people on my channel, if you're in my channel, since I don't like to deal with people or have them say anything in chat or stuff, look for there we go, Nomad Games with the green name. Click on the name, click on the follow, and give them a follow over on their side so you know when they go live, or click on the name, hop over to their channel and click the follow button there.
We typically do streams 5 PM every Thursday. So if us and Myrathi get together again, that is the time that you're going to find us.
Yep, which is it also works really well because, as I say, like Thursday is my last day of work in a week. So. Yep.
So you can top it off with a game of Talisman, and then do you have plans for what you're streaming tonight?
I figure there's a good chance it's probably Elder Scrolls Online because they just brought out the Morrowind expansion.
Mm-hmm.
It's currently in its early. I managed to. They drew me into the preview on the PTR or PTS public test server before it was available to anyone, and then I was like, this is actually really good. So I'm currently in the early access period, playing the new Warden class. I figure I might jump back into that and play it some more, at least until later on this evening.
Skyrim was another game that I absolutely adored and loved and never finished. Because, again, that attention span.
That game. I get distracted by everything.
No fault of the game. It's not the game's fault. It's on me, and I know that.
Even to the point where I can't not play it modded anymore. It has to be modded. Otherwise, it just, the menus and stuff drive me nuts. So, Sky UI, one of the perk mods or something like that, just to make it that bit more lively and cool. And I still haven't finished it.
One day. Oblivion was the very first 360 game that I 100%ed as well. Mm-hmm. And it brings me a little bit of shame that I've not managed to show Skyrim the same love.
You know which of the first Scrolls games it was that I fully completed?
Which one? If any?
Daggerfall.
Daggerfall. Which number was that? Was that 2?
I think that was...
Oh, what?
That was either 1 or 2.
Wow.
I don't remember. That was
I can imagine.
that was way back when we were talking like 486s and stuff.
Sixes. I think the very first experience I had was Oblivion, because I'm not traditionally a PC gamer.
Was Daggerfall maybe the first one? Because it was Daggerfall something else, and then like the Daggerfall 2, which I believe was Oblivion, wasn't it?
You sure?
Oh, there we go. Arena was technically 1. Daggerfall was 2, but Arena was.
Let's see. Got it right with 2. I look good. Hey.
Yep. I keep on thinking Daggerfall is 1 because I don't count Arena as a worthy game, which gets me so much hate from the people that were really into the games at that point. Yeah, I wasn't impressed by Arena when it came out and didn't play it at all. Past like the initial try and was like, ugh. And then Daggerfall came out and I was like, all the Daggerfall all the time.
I think Oblivion is also one of the few games that I've 100%ed and then continue to play. It's one thing that Bethesda do. Yeah, one of the things that Bethesda do very well.
Yup. Well, they did very well. They're playing catch up again because they kind of lost their way a little bit. When they brought ESO out originally.
Yeah.
They, I have lots of negative things I could say, but I'm not going to because we're in a positive mood. Yeah, ESO when they first brought it out was not their finest work by far. It has come an awful long way since then.
Yep.
They've improved on the stuff and actually listened to the community a bit.
It's always a good idea to listen to what the community say. Would recommend.
Yeah, Bethesda learn and improve, and it's like they shift to a new IP or something, or shift back to another IP they haven't done for a while, and it's almost like they kind of like forget what they were doing right. It's like they rewind and reset and go, oh, we're going to do this our way again, and you've got everyone out here sitting there going, really?
We'll do it right this time. It'll work this time.
Again? Oh yeah, Anathale ESO launch, that was fun. Yeah, ESO was one of those ones where I was fortunate enough to be one of the first to get it installed, get it running, get it going, and get tweeted out by the ESO Twitter.
Yep.
And some people at Twitch noticed it, and I was lucky enough that day to be front paged.
Ooh. It's a very exciting honour.
Yeah, especially when you're not expecting it and half your mods are asleep. Or playing the game. And that was fun because right at that point, as we get front page and we're having fun, was right at the point where an awful lot of the server went down.
Oof.
And we're one of the few that were lucky enough to still be on. And the main storyline quests were breaking.
It sounds about right for an initial launch.
Yep. Front page while breaking the game. Yeah. And then it was while front page people realised that we had a GM that jumped in to help us out, and
nice.
went out of her way to try and help, and she had no idea that I was streaming.
Lots of brownie points.
She managed to get something fixed, and I moved on. And the next step in the quest line, it broke even worse. And we got to the end. We were like down in an actual like one of the little dungeon like sub quest things, but it was the main quest line. And the end boss, you went up, you clicked something, it spawned the boss, you killed the boss, and nothing happened. Like, well, that's not right. And while I'm waiting for one of the GMs to respond to like a live ticket, the boss respawns. So we pressed the button, we killed it again, and nothing happened. But it kept giving us the full loot. Like, the full loot. Like, you normally you kill a boss, you get the full loot for the quest, and then every time you kill it after that, you just get a little bit of gold and maybe an item or something.
Yes.
So we kept killing it and kept killing it. I kept on like gaining all these like mega green items in different parts of the same set. To the point I ended up with like a full set of the starter gear that normally you'd have to do most of the like mission completions for the area to get it. So I had a full set right off the bat.
But did
I was
it?
like, I can give this, but I can destroy it. It's not a problem. This is a bug quest, no big deal. And she's like, no, it's fine. We're gonna try and fix this for you. She had to go to another GM who was like a senior GM type thing who spoke to one of the devs, and the devs were sitting there live while the game was like just newly out, so all of them were there. They had to go and basically modify the database behind the characters in real time to set a flag which told the game I'd finished the quest, so the next time I killed the boss, it set off the quest pop-up. And then she followed me about for the next hour and a half or something like that, ensuring that quests worked.
Just in case.
Yeah. But after the first quest she did it on, I went, right, I will say, you realise I am live streaming this on Twitch, and people are aware that you are, as a GM, kind of following around and making sure things are working, and if not, taking note of the bug. She's like, no, I'm here doing my job, because every time you find a new bug, I'm relaying it directly to the rest of the staff, which means that hopefully by the next time somebody else gets to it, it'll work. And I'm like, okay, sure. To the point she actually jumped into chat at one point and said hi to the stream.
Hi guys, hi mom.
Yeah, the most helpful, friendly, and hilarious GM I have ever spoken to in any game short of World of Warcraft.
Oh, cheers.
Just
GM
really fun, really helpful, and actually a GM you could tell cared about what she was doing, because she was getting upset when things were breaking as well.
I see. No one designs a game to break.
Nope.
So it's kind of, you do want to see it right.
That's why I keep on going back and poking Elder Scrolls, is because I remember that like first instance.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate that particular GM no longer works for Bethesda.
Mm-hmm.
I do know where she works now, and she, as a response to Blood, she does still hang out in the stream. She is still here. Actually, I'm not going to say whether she's here now or not, because that gives a list of names that you could actually like go and grab and see. But she has been here today already.
Ooh, that's exciting.
She's a regular, but she never says anything. She whispers me when she says anything.
Sounds like a positive interaction on both sides.
We also have a WoW GM, like a World of Warcraft GM, one of their senior GMs, one of the like permanent employees.
Yep.
I won't say which region they work in, but we have a permanent WoW GM that lurks.
It's starting to sound a bit like I'm a very important person now. I have friends in high places.
Matter. Yeah, it doesn't matter who I speak to, where they're from, where I speak to them. I treat people the same way.
As you should.
They could be a random low end, just entered into a company like an intern,
mm-hmm.
or they could be the CEO of a really large gaming company. It doesn't matter. You get treated the same way, and that tends to not just be noticed, but it makes a mark.
It does.
It's usually a positive one.
Like, true sincerity is easy to tell most of the time, because people don't try and make a fuss of you, or don't try and condemn you, or treat you good or bad. They just treat you as an equal.
And at the same time, there is the CTO of a large gaming company that is permabanned from my chat.
It's just...
I'm not going to say who it was or which company it was. There's only one person in my chat knows who that is.
Is it them?
No, it's not them. No, but only one of my mods knows who it is, because they banned the person. Because they were out of line, and we asked them not to, and they did it again. We went, well, you're banned then, and we gave them a second chance, because we'll give second chances. And we unbanned and stuff like that, and he came back and they acted the same. I was like, well, that's perma ban.
It sounds
like, yeah, that person.
Sounds earned.
Some people don't learn and assume, as you said, it's like high status gives them the ability to break rules because they're special. It's like, no, it doesn't. I've had mods in my chat that are subscribers that are banned from chat because they don't know when to not step over certain lines.
So, who watches the Watchman? Who guards the Guardians?
Yeah, it's like everyone gets treated the same. It doesn't matter whether you're a viewer or a sub or a moderator. Doesn't matter.
Or Dev. Hi.
Everyone has that. Yeah, we'll get devs hanging out in the chat all the time. It's why I love you guys like working like this. It's that relationship you don't normally get with the really, really, like the high-end AAA like Electronic Arts Blizzard type companies.
You
don't really get that personal jump in chat. Like have these types of chats that we're having just now. You don't get that. It's very rare to get that.
It's
too much of a PR image.
Yeah, it's part of the atmosphere and kind of ethos of Nomad Games. I've been here for coming up to 2 years now, and all the directors near enough work in the same room. There's only one that doesn't, and that's because they have regular like business meetings and phone calls they've got to attend to. But like there's 6 directors. There's a head of I'm not sure what their correct titles are. There's like a producing director, a tech director, an art director, and like they all sit over there. And if I have any issues, I just go, right, hi, something's happening here. Can you help? And they've all done their time and their stints at big companies, and they've all had bosses that they don't want to be themselves.
Yeah, I also just texted my own chat instead of yours because I'm smart.
I got 695 gold.
I got 6. I like number patterns. Giggle. Gamble. Shall we go for it?
What are we doing? Oh, we're gambling.
All of it.
The max is 250.
Oh, come on.
It's for the best. See, it's for your own good. Gamble.
Wait.
Oh.
What? Lost 250 gold and now has 450.
So you've gained 5 gold because our gold's 5 per 1 minute.
All right. Okay. So I gained 5 just as I used it. I was like,
Yes.
huh? 695 minus 250 does not equal 450 in
See,
any maths.
We're more
Any
generous
like,
with our currency.
Number system. Yep. Good day to gamble. Do you have a timer on gambling?
15-minute.
Ugh.
Revlo's constantly cutting me off. Right. I'm going to go now because I'm going to go home because I'm still in the office. And what we'll do is we will reconvene at some point and we'll get online working for you. And then we'll have a proper attempt at devs versus streamer versus community.
I look forward to that. It definitely looks like a really fun game. I am going to detest the RNG. I warned you about that from the start. I even said that to actually you weren't at Res, were you?
Yes. I wasn't there on the Thursday, but I was there on the Friday, Saturday.
Yeah, I think it was Bex I warned.
Yes.
Yeah, I warned Bex that RNG and me are RNG and I we're not friends.
No one is a friend of RNG.
No, like,
At best, it's an acquaintance.
It hounds me and does nasty things to me and to the people I like and love and to all the games I like and to my computer. And then at the end of the day, I'll walk into an instance and get the rarest mount in the game just because reasons, and then not be able to use it because I don't have the other RNG required items that let me actually sit on it. You know, stuff like that.
I constantly do it, even in like QA periods. If we're about to start full QA on our Dragons expansion, and I know there will be a point where I'll be sitting down. I know the RNG. I know how it works. I know it's not fixed, but it's going to be fixed, and it'll hate me. And I'll be sat there going, the guy who programs the AI is sat over there, and I know all of the theories of how we set the AI up, what the values that it's been given, what it's supposed to prioritize. I know because he.
Just bit of difference.
No, the AI still cheats. Absolutely categorically. The dice is definitely rigged. It's not, but it is.
Awesome.
Right, so I'll actually leave last time because I've been doing the textbook thing of leaving for 15 minutes.
Yep.
But we'll catch up another time.
Quick thing of not stopping talking. So, thank you very much for dragging me onto your side.
No worries.
Conversation like co-stream was fun even if it didn't work entirely. You got to play a bit of your game. I got to play a bit of single player and have some of it explained to me at least. So at least I'm not coming in blind next time. I have some concept of what's actually happening. To the folks in my chat, I hope you enjoyed it.
Thank you guys. Thank you for being
give
crazy.
Nomad Games a hug, and as I say, give them a follow over on their side if you want to find out when they go live or what they're doing. Unlike me, they do post events underneath their stream. So
Sometimes.
When they're doing anything, sometimes. When they're going live, any events that they've got coming up and stuff like that, they do post events underneath their video. Go have a look, go have a poke. Thor has one question for you just before you leave. Is
Yes.
this a direct port of the FFG version, or have
Yes.
you made changes to the gameplay?
It depends what you class as changes. Now, essentially, the changes come down to rule debates. Because this is based on the physical game that's been out for 30 years. People have been playing it on their kitchen tables, and they settle rule disputes with beers in hand with the friends. But when you're implementing the digital version, you have to pick a side. So there will be moments where we can't pick one thing, and then someone will go, "You have done the game wrong." But 50% of the community will agree with us, and 50% will not. There are a few instances, like there's the Gremlin from the City expansion, and there's also the Scribe from the City expansion, which we had to make minor tweaks to, because in a digital platform, just doesn't work, unfortunately. I think the Gremlins is, the Gremlin says you have to roll every time you use an item. 1 or 2, you lose a life. 3 or 4, nothing happens. 5 or 6, you get to ditch the Gremlin. I'm sure one of my lot will correct me from my stream on that. But there's the argument of kind of what determines the use of an item. If you've got a magic ring that gives you a +1 strength, are you using that every turn? Are you using it just when you pick it up? Are you using it when you're entering combat? It kind of what defines use. So we had to tweak that slightly to kind of explicitly say you will only have to roll when you pick it up. That kind of stuff. But other than that, it is as loyal to the physical game that it can possibly be. Hopefully, anyway. Hi. Yeah, we'll sort out another stream. We'll get online working for you. If anyone wins the keys that I've given you for the raffle, maybe they can jump in with us.
Yes.
Definitely.
Right. I think you're gonna. Oh, I didn't even notice you pointed it on there. Okay, I see that now. I was sitting watching my email a little bit, wondering if it was gonna come through there. Spotted. I think that's for. I assume that's for Steam.
Yes, that's correct.
Quick question.
Yes.
What platforms does it support on Steam?
On Steam.
Just PC?
Support Steam.
Is it just PC, Mac, Linux?
It's PC, Mac.
Okay.
Sorry, Linux guys.
I know the useful questions to ask.
No one loves you. That's Linux, not you. Right.
I think Linux might disagree, but hey, enjoy your sort of like running away from work now.
Thank you.
Technically, what, an hour and a half over?
Yes. It means I get to leave earlier on other days. But thank you. We'll catch up another time.
Yes. Thank you very much.
Bye. Right. Just as a sign off for my lot, hello on our Twitch. Didn't quite go to plan tonight because we couldn't get online working for Myrathi. We'll get it fixed for him another time and arrange another devs versus streamers versus community game. And just so you're all up to date with where we're at, Dragons is kind of like, it's finished the first pass of coding. We'll be looking at QA soon, and what we're going to do with it is open the beta period earlier, so it has more eyes on it for longer before it actually goes to release to help squash the bugs that could potentially be in the game. So we'll probably make announcements on that soon, as it doesn't quite have a release date. Fighting Fantasy, a few of us are going to be down at UK Games Expo with Ian Livingston, the original or co-writer of the original books for Fighting Fantasy. So they'll be on a stall somewhere. You can probably Google that and find out the answer to exactly where. And if you are yet to pick up any expansions, if you head to Star Bundle, I think it's Star Bundle. Kat, am I right on this? I did post a link earlier. Let's see, is it the last thing I copied and pasted? Nope, that's Steam keys. I don't want to post them. Let's have a look. Star bundle. Bundle stars. Sorry, bundle stars. So if you follow this link that I'm about to post, there are different tiers that you can purchase, and it comes with the base game plus some expansions, base game with a few more expansions, base game with expansions and characters, and then everything. And the combination of everything is the cheapest that everything has ever been on sale. I think you can get it for like £15.99 or $20, somewhere around there. And I think there's a link for all that. I think that covers my sales pitch. Other than that, sorry we couldn't get a proper game going and we ended up a bit staggered. Next week we're going to be doing I think it's another Talisman stream. And then the week after that is going to be a debug stream with Descendos and Tyr. So they'll actually, I think they're going to be showing off dragons. Watch this space though, because I may be giving you wrong information. We'll actually post on Twitter and Facebook and Steam what we're doing. I'll get the correct information for you soon. Thank you very much for stopping by. It's been interesting tonight. We'll get a proper game going soon. Take care.